Hello, welcome back children. Once again we'll start English lesson from supplementary reading. Till now we have seen 2 lessons from prose and 2 poems from poetry side. And I told you to memorize the poem Self-Reliance. I hope you have memorized it already. But learn today 106 page number. Lesson name is Suvarna Siddhi and Chakradhara, written by Vishnu Sharma. Very interesting story, but it's not a real story. Okay, so like how our grandmas will be telling in village side, so like that this story is. Let us start. Very interesting, but I think you will enjoy the story. Let us start this. Suvarna Siddhi told this story to his friend Chakradhara. So here we can, in the first line we can see 2 friends, that is Suvarna Siddhi and also Chakradhara, as the title says. So who told the story? Listen carefully, remember. Suvarna Siddhi told this story to his friend Chakradhara. No, first story Suvarna Siddhi will say. Let us see what is that interesting story. A big strange bird, Berunda, lived on the banks of a lake called Sangama. What is that? A big bird, very big strange bird. Not a normal bird, it is like a strange bird called Berunda. What is the bird name? Berunda. What type of bird it is? Strange bird. Lived on the banks of a lake called Sangama. What is the lake name? Sangama. He had 2 heads and single body. That's why they have mentioned a big strange bird called Berunda. It has, what is the speciality of Berunda? It has 2 heads, but body is 1. Body is 1, but it has 2 heads. You can imagine, I think so. And one day, as he was wandering on the banks of the lake, he found a fruit, which was delicious as ambrosia. So sweet, so beautiful, so tasty. Delicious means so tasty fruit as ambrosia. Who found this bird? One day, as it was just wandering on the banks, river, lake, I told you what is that lake? Sangama lake. Just it was, bird is wandering here and there. At that time, this bird found a fruit called, what is that fruit? Delicious fruit. It was looking like a ambrosious fruit. It was looking like ambrosious, but it is not ambrosia fruit. One of his heads mumbled, "Oh, what a fruit! I am sure the heavens have sent it for me. I am so lucky." 1 or 2 heads. I told you this Berunda has 2 heads. One had begun to say like that, "Oh, what a fruit!" Even from, I think, I am sure, so shows that heavens from God, it has come for me. I am so lucky. It is feeling like that by looking at the beautiful, delicious fruit. Hearing this, the second head said, "Oh brother, let me also taste the fruit. You are praising so much." The first head laughed and said, "Both of us have the same stomach, right? It makes no difference whether I eat or you eat it. We have." So even the first head has tasted the fruit and it is telling so delicious it is, but immediately second head is also asking, "Let me also taste. Let me see how much it is taste." But this first head is telling, "Already I have tasted it and we have only one stomach. Whatever fruit I take, whatever fruit I eat, it means that you also eat. It makes no difference whether I eat or you eat it. It is same. It doesn't make any difference. I shall give it to our beloved. She will be very happy. Okay, you no need to eat. I will give this fruit to our beloved." A beloved means his wife. Berunda thus gave the fruit to his wife Tatilata. So Berunda has wife also and her name is Tatilata. So the first head suggested the second head, "Let us go and give this fruit to our beloved, that is our wife Tatilata." Second head was disappointed because it couldn't taste the fruit. At first the first head did. He was waiting for a chance to take revenge. See, what a bad heart. No, just not for eating fruit, a small fruit. He got anger. And he is keeping in his heart. And he is waiting to take revenge for against the first head. They have same one body, only one body. Only heads, two heads, they have separate heads. But still, they don't have love each other. One day, the second head found a poisonous fruit and told the first head, "You treacherous fellow, you bad wicked fellow, for what you have done to me, I will eat this poisonous fruit and avenge your insult." See how foolish it is. He's telling the first head, "You bad fellow, wicked fellow, whatever you have done evil to me, I am going to take revenge now. I will eat this poisonous fruit." Therefore, he found one poisonous fruit and he wanted to eat that in order to take revenge on first head. Body is same. If the second head eats the poisonous fruit, it will also die. Not only the first head, right? But he couldn't think about it. The first head said, "You fool, if you eat that, both of us will die." First head is very intelligent. He is thinking about that. "You foolish fellow, why are you thinking like that? If you eat, both will die, not only me." The second head wants to take revenge on first head by eating poisonous fruit. But it has forgotten that it will also die. That's what. But though first head advised not to eat the poisonous fruit in order to take revenge, but the second head is not at all listening. Ignoring the first head's warning, the second head ate the poisonous fruit and both of them died. So, whenever warning comes, we have to be alert, we have to follow, we have to take it serious. That's what. So, after listening to the story, Chakradhara said, "Friend, what you say, is it true? You can go home, but don't go alone." Who is that? Chakradhara. Now Chakradhara is telling, okay, after listening the story told by Suvarnasiddhi, Chakradhara said to his friend that whatever you have said, the story, the moral of the story is good. But he's telling, while going home, you don't go alone. When you travel, you don't travel alone. Suvarnasiddhi asked Chakradhara, "Why should I not go alone? Why should you not? I will tell you a story." Then, do you know how a boy survived because he heeded his mother's advice and took a crab as his traveling? Okay, now see, companion, said Chakradhara. Now Chakradhara is telling the story. Okay, what is the story? About a boy. Now we have seen a story about a bird, Berunda bird, which has two heads, that and all. Now we will see about a boy while traveling. What is the suggestion given by Chakradhara? While we are traveling, we should not go alone. That's what. Especially what he told his friend Suvarnasiddhi, if you go home, don't go alone. How was that? Asked Suvarnasiddhi, perplexed. Okay, what was that story about that boy? And by heeding the instruction given by his mother and he was safe. What was that story? He wanted to listen so eagerly. He is waiting to listen the story of Chakradhara's. Thus, Chakradhara narrated the story in the form. Then, Brahmadatta lived in a city called Varanavarta with his old mother. Brahmadatta lived in a city called Varanavarta with his old mother. Brahmadatta was a boy. He lived in that place called, what is that place? Varanavarta. Along with whom? With his old mother. One day, what happened? When he was planning to travel to another village, his mother told him not to travel alone, but take someone along with him. He wanted to go. He is planning to travel to the another place. We don't know for which place he is going, to which place he is going, or the purpose of that his travel also we don't know. But his mother has given advice that don't travel alone. While you are going, take someone along with you. The boy said that the way to the village was safe and he was leaving on an urgent business. Underline that. Why he is going to travel to the other place on urgent business. Some business purpose he is traveling. He is not traveling simply. Okay. But he is telling that way is very good. Very safe your place. That is, I can travel alone without having any companion. He asked her not to be afraid for him. Mama, you don't worry about Mom. I will go. I don't need any companion. I can travel alone. Knowing that he was determined to go, he has decided to go to the other place without having any companion. The mother went to the well in the backyard and took out a crab and asked her son to keep the crab with him during the travel. They don't have any other person or any other companion to take him along with him. So what his mother has done, she has taken small crab from her well, you know, right? So from that she has taken and she asked his son to take the crab, you know, that crab. And the boy accepted that. What he did, the boy then put the crab into a camphor box. Camphor box, you know, right? Very good smell it will give, right? So he took that crab and took the box in a vessel and set out on his journey. He took that camphor box and also this crab is there, no? That crab also he took and he kept that crab in the camphor box. He started his journey. And that being summer, the day was very hot. That was summer time. It was during summer time, so the day it was so hot. At that time the boy halted and took rest under a big tree. So he wanted to take rest. As it was summer, he got tired, so tired. So he wanted to take rest under a tree. Then from the hollow of the tree a snake emerged. What happened? As he was taking rest under a tree, from the you know, right, for the trees and all some small hollow places will be their holes. From that a snake has come out and attracted by the fragrance of camphor. You know, I told, no, camphor, it will give good smell, right? So it was attracted. Which was attracted? The snake was attracted and it came out of the tree. And it came towards the camphor, swallowed the box containing the crab. Yes, swallowed that box. In that box, what was there? Crab was there. And that snake has swallowed the box along with crab. The crab came out of the box and killed the snake. What it did? It came out of the box and it has killed the snake. The boy woke up to find the dead snake and the open camphor box. Camphor he found. When he woke up at that time, what he found? Immediately the snake was lying dead and also camphor box is also open. When he saw the crab alive, crab he found only crab is alive but the snake is dead. Alive beside the open camphor box, he at once realized what happened. He could understand what happened, the incident and all. If crab was not there, what would have happened to this boy? The snake might have bitten this boy and this boy might die. He remembered his mother's words and thought that he did well by heeding her advice that saved him from the death. Because he followed his mother's advice. So that saved his life from the snake. That's why we need to follow the advice given by our parents, our teachers. That is the thing. And Chakradhara concluded his story telling Suvarna Siddhi how important it is always to have a companion. Now, Chakradhara, first who told the story? Suvarna Siddhi, and about the Berunda bird. Right? Now Chakradhara concluded his story. What is that story? About having the companion. So if you are traveling to other place, definitely you should have one companion with you. You should not travel alone. He then agreed to Suvarna Siddhi taking leave of him. After that, he agreed that Suvarna Siddhi is also leaving from that place. Okay, this is the small lesson, but we have 2 stories in this lesson. Next, after this lesson, I will give you the class work. So once again, go through the meanings and also lesson. Try to answer the questions. Very small 1 mark questions are there, 1 or 2 sentences. I think you can get the answers. Try it. Before getting the class work, you just go through the questions given in 109 page, first main. I think you can write it. Just try it. I will give you the class work. Thank you.